Welcome, grade 7. How are you? I wish you are okay and everything is going well. Today, we are going to speak about something that's very interesting and you will love very much, which is the ancient Greece and the Greek culture. It's very interesting and very nice to speak about this topic, and I think you will love so much. Let me start by the objectives that we are going to get from this lesson. We are going to speak about ancient Greek and literature, Greek writers, and Greek theater. Greek writers' effect on literature is clear in the following. Changing the style of writing, create the foundation for literature in Western culture, permeates over our literature and language. What's this mean? What does this mean? Let me explain more in details. Greek writers, they are eager, they love writing. They love to change the style of writing. So they trying to put the pavement for the literature of Western culture. Also, they try to enrich both literature and language. So they put their stamp on literature ever and forever. Those Greek writers try to change the style of writing. How is that? In the coming point, we are going to see how those people they have changed this one. Here comes Hesiod. Hesiod is a Greek writer. This one, he loves writing about myth, legends of the Greek mythology. He loves to describe the ancient life of Greece in his poems. Also, his poems provide modern historian with useful information of Greek culture. Hesiod likes to imitate or to picture the daily life of ancient Greece people. Those people, they are interested in poems, writing poems, making something which has a great impact on their culture. He gives the modern historians so many information about Greek culture, so he benefits them. Hesiod is considered to be one of the most important Greek writers in this period, especially in Greek mythology. Great. Moving to the coming section or the coming part, which is Iliad and Odyssey. This is one of the writings by Homer. Homer is another Roman writer. This man, this Iliad and Odyssey, it's very well-known novel. It's very, very interesting. It speaks about the adventure of returning, how we go from and to home. It's something like an adventure. This story had been used so many times in so many movies. If you Google it on the internet, you will find that there are so many movies that tackle the topic of Iliad and Odyssey. So we have spoken about Homer with Iliad and Odyssey. We have spoken also about Hesiod, who was interested in the Greek mythology and to picture the ancient Greece life in his poems. And now about the fable. The fable, something that teaches moral lessons through animals. It's very interesting. Most of grade from grade 3 to grade 5, they used to read their stories. It's very interesting stories like the shepherd boy and the wolf and the hare and the tortoise. Aesop, Aesop's fables, as I told you, a fable is something that teach moral lessons to both children and adults. So I can read a fable for the Aesop's for my age, for example. Some people can read for children, so it's available for both ages. Um, I suggest for you to read The Shepherd Boy and the Wolf. It's a very interesting story. It gives a moral. Also, in the fable, you will find the animals they are speaking. So it's not real because animals cannot speak, and it's some sort of a fiction. But it gives a lesson. It teaches us a lesson. So now we reached the importance of some Greek figures like Hesiod. Now we have Homer with Iliad and Odyssey, and also the Aesop's fables, as I told you, for moral lessons. Now we have spoken about our English language, our beloved English language. I am one of the English language supporters. So I adore this language. So most of the vocabs of English language is came is most of this language is come from the Greek literature. Like what? Like for example, the word atlas. All of us know that atlas is a map. We refer to it when we want to search for destination, for places, for something like that. So we can Google for atlas. It's a worldwide map. So the major or this map is come from the Greek culture. From a name called Greek god Atlas. Greek god Atlas. Also, we have Achilles heel. It's something or it's a figure that describes a person weak spot, a weakness in a person. For example, if somebody has weakness in walking, in speaking, in writing, blah blah blah. So this is Achilles heel. So Achilles heel is a person with weakness in his society, in his system. I'm sorry. So now, Atlas comes from Greek literature. Achilles heel comes from Greek literature, from Greek hero in the Trojan War. You know the Trojan War, it's in so many movies. If you Google on Trojan movies or on so many movies, you will find the Trojan War. Let's move to another part which is very interesting to read about. Greek theater. What's a theater? What does this mean? Theater. Yes. Nowadays, most of us go with their mom and dad to watch a theater, like Masrah Masr or something like that. This was for nowadays. Before, the Greek, the word theater means a place to see. So I can see the actors or the actresses in a vivid picture. I can see them in flesh. They act in front of me in a story or something like that. The most important country or the most famous country for fine theaters was Athens, was Athens. Athens was well known by its fine theaters. Fine theater means good or bell theaters. Skilled playwrights, they were well known at this moment, like Sophocles. So now we have playwriters like Sophocles, we have fine theaters in Athens, and all of these things they give us the Greek theater. Sophocles' plays are all tragedies. What's a tragedy? Somebody will ask me, Miss Dina, excuse me, what's a tragedy? A tragedy is a movie, a story, a theater, play, or something like that for a sad ending. The actor died. He suffered from illness. He has some huge problem. So this is tragedy. A tragedy is something that ends by a sad ending, like death, killed, disease, or something like that. So now we have agreed that the Greek theater is a place to see, who? A place to see actor or actress or something like that. Those Greek people or those Greek theaters, they were so many people that are known for their best playwrights. Like whom? Like Sophocles. That's it. Sophocles was writing which type of plays? He was writing tragedies. On the contrary, we have a comedy. All of us like comic movies, like comic plays, like comic watching comics on the internet. So comedy is the opposite of tragedy. If Sophocles was the one who was interested in tragedies, we have Aristophanes, which was the master of Greek comedy. He has a sense of humor. He can make you laugh. He can poke fun at people. Like, for example, if you have a friend who, when you stay with him or when you sit with him, you see him laughing most of the time, saying something fun, making fun on people and something like that. So this man was before in Greek was called Aristophanes. Aristophanes was the father of comedy. He was the father of comedy. A father of comedy, why? Because his plays was a sense of humorous plays. A play is something that can be clear on the theater. If you need to read more details about this part, you can look at page 327 in your book. Now, let's move to the comparison. Why the Greek theater is different from theater of today. Let me tell you why. Today, we can go to the theater like Masrah Masr, for example. It's a closed place where we have seats. We have our seat numbers to sit in. There is a sort of lighting. People, they are wearing clothes. Actors, actresses, people coming here, people going there, music and something like that. In Greek theater, this was totally different. Their theater, it was found in the outdoor event, maybe in the streets, maybe in front of their shops, anywhere. Outdoor means not in a closed place. No men were, no actresses, no women. So men can disguise in the dress of a woman. So there were no ladies to play the role of women. Also, they can wear masks to present different emotions and characters. Costumes were also important. Plays were tackling political and religious problems. So now the theater is totally different from today. When I say theater of today, let you think of Masrah Masr. Let you think what's the difference now. Masrah Masr is a closed place. You have your seat number. You can watch boys and girls, actor and actresses, and something like that. While before, Greek theater, outdoor, no women. Actors play the whole role. They wear masks, and costumes were very important to them. The theater for these plays was tackling two subjects only, no comedies, no tragedies, no anything. It was tackling political and religious problems. At the end, I wish that everything is clear. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an Edmodo and I will answer you back as soon as possible. Also, your homework will be how Greek theater was different from today. As I told you, imagine today we have something like what? And the Greek theater, they use what? Dress what? Know what? Think and write. I miss you so much. I want to see you as soon as possible. Please keep calm, keep safe, stay at home. And before I go, I want to thank you all. And please let's watch this video together. Thank you, dear, very much. Stay safe, stay at home. See you soon. Don't forget to drink water. Don't forget to wipe your hand and nose and to stay safe, stay at home. Thank you. Bye bye.